All right. We're back. We're back. Oh my. It's been a while. It has been a while. Ooh, okay. Look at me. I still have my holiday. I'm all holidayed out. I got my Christmas tree up. Like, oh no, what's wrong with me? So yeah, I have not played in a little while. Let's see, what's the notice here? Oh no, look, the retro achievement integration has been temporarily disabled. Oh. Well, so much for that. But okay, yeah, let's get it out of the way. Man, some things come up. Also some lifestyle changes and just general, some schedule stuff. So, not as much time in the mornings, and also just other things going on too. But I would like to get back into playing FF11 at least kind of regularly, because I do like it. I hate that I missed out on getting all the holiday stuff. That bothers me. But I guess there's always next year. So, yeah, here's my problem for everyone at home. Since I haven't played for months, I barely remember anything. I don't remember how to play a game. Oh, okay, here's my hotbars. I'll have to... like, I need to remember. Today I need to remember how to play the game. So, it's gonna be one of those days. Consider it a catch-up day. Yeah, Sito, I think this is very traditional Japanese Santa. All I need is a bucket of KFC and I'm good to go. Just a bucket of KFC and, I don't know, maybe put RoboCop in there too. Japanese Christmas is great. So, let's see, I guess first things first, well, I don't have to check my Moogle for this. What class am I? So I'm a Beastmaster Thief. That's pretty much my standard money-making build, I guess. Let me take a look at my inventory. What do I got going on? Standard stealth items. I have some... Oh, hey, look, I have some carp on me. Oh, goblin chocolate. That's no good anymore. So yeah, it looks like I have a lot of fishing goodies on me, which, hey, fishing would be a way to get back into things, but not really. Don't want to start with that just yet. I'm not sure what we're going to do exactly, but I need to maybe sort my inventory and all that, get things back how I like it. Though I do remember one of my goals before I had stopped playing was I wanted to get Liu Shang's, and I wanted to get it fair and square, catching my own carp, and that is a long-term goal. Or one you have to be very dedicated to. I do still want to do that, but maybe let's put it off for a minute. Yeah, 10,000 carp, and I'm barely into it, so we'll get back to it, but maybe not this time. Maybe. We'll see. Again, I need to just look things over first and kind of get my bearings before we deep dive, you know? So I guess first things first, I should decide what I want to play for the moment. I guess this is my standard safe build. But I did kind of... So, goals, right? I remember we beat the Sandorian Nation quests. We beat those. So I did kind of want to switch over to Windurst, maybe, and, give them a try, right? Like, I wanted to maybe eventually do all the nations to rank 10? I don't know, but we'll see. So that's one goal. Another goal would be, let's take a look at my job levels here. Be up here in status, job levels. So yeah, I do have a lot of classes that are untouched, basically. Um, Beastmaster was my first 75. Black Mage is up to 70, which is, hey, it's Black Mage is getting real close. And White Mage is at 61, so I was kind of working on leveling those two classes up to 75. That was a big thing I was doing. It's just, I don't know that I want to jump right back into that. I don't think, like, in a group, Black Mage isn't too hard. That's, Black Mage parties are pretty brain dead. I don't think that would be an issue, but if I wanted to do some soloing, because I actually had a pretty good melee Black Mage solo build using /Beastmaster. It worked out pretty good. But that build does require me to play like I have a brain, and right now that might be an issue. And, well, White Mage, I mean, that's the healer. That, you don't want to not know what you're doing when you're playing the White Mage. I don't think that could have bad consequences for others. Oop, also one sec, you might hear it. The voice is going on me, so quick mute. Oh. Yeah, one of those days. The throat is quite sore, quite worn out. Gotta get used to drinking. I need to drink a lot more water. Okay, so yeah, I don't want to jump back into any of my higher level classes just yet for any sort of serious play. I think that would be a mistake. The things I have up to 37, I mean, they're basically done. I don't really need or want to take them any higher. Again, Cito. I did so many, like, you know, deep, sleazy Hollywood type voices for playing less manly over the weekend. That just killed me. It was so much fun, but it ruined me. I gotta avoid that kind of thing for a little bit. But okay, let's see. So for level 1 or near level 1 classes, what have I got? I got Monk, the Punch Man. I mean, Warrior is only 10, but I don't think well, I guess I need Warrior if I intend on leveling up Paladin at some point, and I kind of do. I kind of do intend on leveling Paladin up at some point and doing a little tanking. But before I do that, I'd want to have Warrior leveled. So I guess, yeah, I getting Warrior up to 37 would be a goal. It's just, it's level 10, so I would have to get some gear for it, and, you know, I have to do some proper planning. Ranger, I've never actually messed around with Ranger all that much. It's a good class as far as I know. Like, range damage is pretty nice. I don't think there's anything wrong with Ranger, it's just I've never really dabbled in it. Same goes for, like, Samurai and Dragoon. I've never actually messed around with those classes too much. I do kind of like the idea of going Samurai. You know, gotta study the blade, but I don't know. And then, oh yeah, there's Dark Knight, which, I mean, thematically, I love Dark Knight. Thematically, a dark magic swordsman is pretty awesome to me. I did Dark Knight in Final Fantasy XIV, although it's a tank class there. My understanding is it's not really a tank here. It can wear heavy armor and everything, but it's not really... it's not the best use of Dark Knight here. That's my understanding. So we got options. We got options if we want to go back and do a low-level class. But I was thinking maybe we also switch over to Windurst and try them out, right? so okay, if we're gonna switch over to Windurst, I mean, first we have to physically get there. It's easiest to do that on a class that isn't level 1. You know, it's easier to get to where you need to go when you know, a small rodent won't annihilate you. And hey there, baby steps. Hey there. Well, we're back. Ooh. So okay, I'm gonna stick with Beastmaster just to get where I need to go, but maybe let's take our holiday fun stuff off, right? Maybe let's take that off. And thanks. Yeah, I mean, like, look, it's just some, you know, life stuff and all that. It's been hard to regularly schedule a stream. And when I do, I like my variety stuff. You know, the weekend streams are always fun. It was a little bit of anxiety to get back into Horizon because, you know, I have this well-established character that I haven't played for months, so it's a bit of a leap, you know, a big step to get back in there. But we're taking that baby step today. So okay, let's oh, I'm walking. Hold up. Oh, right. I think. Hold up a second. My mute button is also the walk button in this game. So one sec. Okay, that fixes it. Oh yeah, EQ1. I haven't streamed EverQuest 2, but I have streamed the first original EverQuest on Project 1999. I do like that game, and it's weird. It's kind of hard to get into now, but I think the most fun you can have with it is if you kind of maybe even roleplay a little, just kind of immerse yourself in it. It works better than trying to play it like a more straight game. Oh wait, what am I doing? See, this is me being a little lost in the woods. Right, I have macro sets, right? Yeah, equip set, and then I should have a set for like my yeah, like I got a Beastmaster combat set. I think that's the one, right? Or that's the charm set, and this is the damage set. So if I equip this, then it should okay, I'm equipped. I just still, I have the look of the holiday stuff. Okay. But yeah, I have been playing some other MMOs, just lightly. Like, I did some Star Wars Galaxies for a while, which I mean, look, I got into that enough to max out a Jedi, but I kind of found that the game isn't quite for me. After I did all that, a little too PvP focused. So I've been trying other things. It's just getting back into a long form like this it's hard. And oh yeah, on my own time, I've been saying, the wife is really into Elder Scrolls Online right now. So I have been playing that with her, which that does also take up some time. So, but I wouldn't stream that one, I don't think, because I just don't feel like it quite fits what I normally stream. You know, it's maybe too modern, too actiony, I don't know. It just doesn't feel like a stream thing to me, for me. Alright, so I guess I'm in the right gear, it's just I look like I'm not. But this holiday stuff, this should be able to go into the 8th wardrobe slot, right? Like the 8th wardrobe is specifically for event gear, so it should just go there, right? Let me see. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so all of this junk can go right in here. I don't have to pick and choose and get rid of stuff. Although, I mean, I assume if I have the +1, I don't need the normal version anymore. I assume that's kind of done. Yeah, so okay, I'll put the +1, and I'll get rid of the normal pants because I don't think I need those. Oh, look at that! I still have an anniversary ring, and it's still got 7 charges on it. It's still got 7 charges. Well, I guess that'll be great for leveling up a new class. No, that's maybe a bad use, right? I think maybe that's like using an EXP ring of any kind to go from level 1 to 10 is probably not a good. That's not a good idea. That's a level 1 to 10 is super quick no matter what. I'll save it for when I get used to things again, and I want to keep leveling Black Mage or White Mage. Okay, but I think that's okay. All my holiday gear is in my Mog house, stored away. I have a couple things just on me. I have my fishing stuff, which I can keep that on me. I have inventory space. But the goblin chocolate, I mean, that doesn't really do anything for me anymore. It was for the event. I can just drop that. I have a kitty present. Again, event's done, so yeah, I'll just get rid of that. And then the dream pants, I don't need that either, so I'll get rid of that. Okay. Oh, I got some what's the hobgoblin pie? I don't even remember that. Gives HP, MP, agility, defense, lowers charisma. Huh. I'm not sure when I would have used that or why. Like, it's very defensive, I'll say that, but like, I'm not sure what I was using it for. I don't really remember. And oh yeah, Jamie, that's a reason to actually keep the 1 to 10 experience slow, is because it's more time to farm seals, because that's you seem to get the most seals when you're lower level, which is still strange to me. But yeah, it's easier to get seals when you're when you're in kind of the 1 to 10 bracket. Yeah, Cito, the kitty. Look. All right, I dressed up as Santa, okay, and I got these kitty presents that I just hand out to kids in back alleys, and there's nothing suspect about that. All right, it's fine. Look, it's full of chocolate. I've got lots of candy, okay? Kids love it. Alright, so yeah, I don't really remember what I was doing with the hobgoblin pie. I got some apple pie. That's definitely for black mage stuff. I was black maging with that. I know that much. But I don't want to jump into that again just yet. So my satchel is where I keep most of my consumables, crafting stuff. You know, I keep stuff like that in there. So let's just deposit what I have here. The carp I can take to that one NPC. I'm gonna keep the fishing stuff on me because it doesn't take up that much space, and I intend to turn it in or to use it. Always keep some stealth items on you. Always. There's no reason not to. Okay, so I got some potions, some more foods, some pet stuff. Okay. Just taking stock. It's been several months since I played, so I kind of have to relearn my character and what I was doing and what I had in my inventories and all that. It's always a little awkward, and it's one of the reasons that it can be stressful to come back to a game after months being away. I'm basically a new player, but with lots of money, all over again. Okay, so alright, that's all deposited. So plans. I did max out Sandoria last time. That was fun. I kinda wanna switch over to Windurst, and yeah, it's gonna absolutely suck to lose all my teleports. It's gonna, that is gonna suck. It's just no way around it. But, I would like to do the nation missions for every nation, mainly because I never did that. So mission statement, my mission statement with Final Fantasy XI here on Horizon has always been that I love the classic form of this game, and as much as I loved it, I never did a lot of the actual, like, content, the missions and stuff, the quests. I never did a lot of it, so I want to do as much as I can. And yeah, I literally never made a Windurst character. I have never played their storyline, so I would like to at least check it out. Now, here's the thing. Yeah, you get the Akaton if you do all three, which is that is kind of a very nice little incentive for me to do it, to get off my ass and do it, and don't just sit on a rank 10 Sandorian, right? I like that extra incentive. So, yeah, lack of teleports will suck, but we can deal with it. We can get them again. Main thing I'm thinking about, so how to switch. I believe you change nations at the nation of your choice, I think, right? Like somewhere in the nation will be an NPC, which I guess I'll have to, before I go, I'll have to look that up, because I have no idea where they are. But yeah, there is a gold cost, or a gil, too much ESO. There's a gil cost associated with it, and my understanding is that it costs more to change nations if the nation you want to change to is higher in the ranking. Now, I don't think gil is a problem for me. Hold up. I have over 2 million. I had over 3 million at one point, but then I bought things. So, yeah, I don't think the gil will be an issue. Ooh, nice. Windurst has a lot of... Ooh. Oh, wait, that means they're probably high in the ranking, though, right? That means it'll cost more to switch to them. Let me take a look. What's the conquest look like? Okay, Windurst is tied for #1 with Sandoria, so it's gonna cost us some gil to switch then. Oh yay! But yeah, I see. Oh yeah, look, they've got the Ronfar, they got the North up there. Let's see, got Arganus, Aruda Baruda. So okay, they have the only starter zone they're missing is Gustaberg, which fine, but I like having the starter zones, you know, or at least most of them. So that's good. They've got Tavnasia. Okay. Ooh, they've got Elshia. Yeah, okay, they've got a ton. So I guess I'm... Okay, you know what? Before I go back and level 1 and do it all again, yeah, I might want to get those outposts, right? Might want to get them while they're hot, because who knows when I'll play again, right? My schedule's a little weird right now. Also, hey there, Aito. Hey there. Yeah, I know, I'm back after the long time away, relearning everything. Oh. But yeah, man, Bastok is really not so popular on this server, it seems, which is weird because usually I don't know, like, my experience is always that people love Bastok. They like Sandoria more, but people like Bastok normally. They got Sid. It's got the happiest Happy Town music. What's not to like? I mean, yeah, it's really brown, but I mean, come on. You got Sid. So, okay. Yeah, I want to switch to Windurst, start their missions, and also start over from level 1 again just to get my bearings, but before I do that, I guess it's outpost time. So first things first, I'm gonna stay on this class because outpost, but also I need to get to Windurst. I need to find out how do I actually switch. I need to look up who I talk to change my nation. So let's see, select an area to exit to. Northern Sandoria is the one with the teleporters. That's where I want to go. Oh, yeah, right. Right. I just remembered. So yeah, normally the outpost guy for Bestock, he'd just be like, basically right outside of the residential section in Bestock Mines. Like, it was super convenient. Same goes for Sandoria. Like, Sandoria, the outpost guy that teleports you, he's normally supposed to be, like, right here, which is super convenient, right? But, I don't know where the Windurst guy is. I don't know where he is or ever was. But apparently both Bestock and Sandoria, the teleporters were just too darn convenient, so they moved them to a more inconvenient location. For Sandoria, it's really not that bad. It's literally just go to the other side of this area and the guy's right there. It's still pretty convenient. But for Bestock, oh, I know where they put the guy. They put him in like the metalworks, at the very top of it, which is, that's not an area that you can exit from your Mog House into. You have to exit from your Mog House in the markets, go through that, go to the metalworks, and then you have to wait on the slow-ass elevators, and you gotta take those up, and like you have to go to the top of and not only to the top, but the back. Like, it's all the way in the back of the metalworks behind the government building. Like, it's the most inconvenient location you can possibly think of. So, okay, I can kind of see why maybe that alone would make people not do Bestock here. I can kind of get it. It honestly kind of, it feels like somebody thought that Bestock had it too good, and not only did they need to push the NPC to a less convenient location, but they had to punish people for wanting that convenience. That's kind of what it feels like, you know? Yeah, I guess it would only really be good if you're already going there for missions, but otherwise, yeah, that is punishingly out of the way. I mean, I'm trying to think, where would a better location be? Like okay, you take the Sandorian teleport guy, right? And there he is, right over here, right? Here's the Sandy teleport man. If you look on the map, let me get right over here. So yeah, you look on the map. So he's right here. That's really not that far. Like, it is on the other end of the zone, but like, it's not a long walk and it's a straight shot, you know? But yeah, for Bestock, I'm trying to think, like, I mean, maybe a better location would have been... Okay, you know what? They could have kept the NPC in the metalworks. I'm gonna say that right now. They could have kept him in the metalworks, but put him in that main, like, maybe either in the central area where the elevators are located, on the bottom floor, so you don't have to ride the elevators, or to be more convenient, like, at the front entrance of the building. But like, even if they put him in the same room as the elevators, that would have been okay. I'm just saying, like, that is... I think there was punishment in that choice. Alright, so before I warp on off to Windurst, I guess I should make sure that is where I need to go. So give me 1 second here. I'm just tabbing out for a quick second. It's been a while, but I do remember. This is the kind of game that you want to play with a wiki page open at all times. So let's see. So I guess what would the NPC even be called? Well, let me just change nation. The Alliance Changer, the Immigration NPC. Okay, that's what it's called. Let's see, where are those exactly? Okay, so you talk to an Allegiance Changer NPC in the nation you wish to switch to. Alright, so for Windurst, that would be Rakano Marukano in Heaven's Tower behind the clerical chamber door. And apparently the cost, since Windurst is number 1, it's gonna cost me 40,000 gold. Or gil. Again, I've been playing too many other games. But 40,000 gil, like, man. If they were in second place even, that would just be that would just be 12,000 gil. If they were third place, 4,000. 40,000 is Okay, but I guess I know where to go. We got to go to Heaven's Tower. That's the big tree. It's the big ass tree in the water part of town. So get a good look at those. This is a 100% teleport list right here. Get a good look at it, because we're not going to see it for a long time. Okay, so I want to go to Saruta Baruta. That's the Winder starting area. Yeah, I know, 40,000 gil for the privilege of living with the Taru-Tarus. Okay. So, been a little while since I've made the trip from the outpost to town, but it's just southeast. I am on Beastmaster / Thief, so let's see. Do I have a macro for Flee? I don't have a macro for it, but I have Flee. So, oh god, I have to get used to everything again. Yeah, hit that Flee button, and this will at least save me like maybe a minute in travel time. Couple seconds saved. Well, I'm gonna change it soon enough. It's just right now, my gear is normal, but I'm style locked into it. I guess, hold up, I could do a quick style lock change. It's just when I switch to a level 1 class to, you know, mess around in the newbie zone of Windurst, we're gonna have to pick a new look anyway. So, let's see. What have I got? It's been a while. I think this is my standard. I think. Yeah, that is my standard look right here. My standard proud Sandorian adventurer look right here. Even got the little crown and everything. I still feel like I should just be I should be crowned ruler of Sandoria at this point. I put the work in. What did the king do? Nothing. Again, elves do have low int, so... Alright, Windurst. So, yeah, get used to this jaunty tune. Now, I have, like, no experience in Windurst. I don't know where anything is. I generally am not a fan of the layout of Windurst, although Horizon has done a lot to make it a little more tolerable with all the teleport NPCs. You know, good job, thumbs up. But yeah, it's the place is just too big, if you ask me. It's way too big and spread out. Okay, so Heaven's Tower is over here to the east. There might be a quicker way to get there, but I'm not super familiar with where all the teleport NPCs go to. So I might just get caught in a loop teleporting to places I don't want to go. So it's safer to just walk there. For now. Yeah, well, okay, So here's the thing with stats in this game. For the most part, I can understand the decisions, like, oh, the Mithra are more agile and dexterous, right? But not as strong, and like, okay, that makes sense. Cats, right? The Taru-Taru are very high int, tons of MP, but they're physically weak. Again, makes sense. Humans are middle of the road. Galka are big and strong, but, you know, not so good at the magics and all that. See, all that makes sense, but then you get to elves, and... Well, the idea is they may not have high int, but, like, stat-wise, for them, their mind is higher. Like, they actually have really good mind. Which in this game, I mean, mind kind of... It kind of translates lore-wise into wisdom, right? It's like D&D wisdom. So the idea that elves are very wise, that makes sense. It does. But I don't think that necessarily should mean they'd have a low intelligence, right? I guess the idea is that they're very wise know-it-alls, right, with experience, but when it comes to actually critically thinking, well, I mean, you know, praise Altana, right? If you think about it like that, I guess it kinda does make sense, right? Kinda? Okay, so, alright, Heaven's Tower, that's where I need to go. Again, if you kind of think about it more in like D&D terms, it sort of comes together. I feel like maybe their int shouldn't have been so low, but yeah, they're going for the wisdom versus intelligence argument, and I kind of get it there. Except it's mind here. Okay, so Heaven's Tower, the seat of Windurstian government. I've only been here for like some artifact quests, black mage stuff. Like I've only been here a couple of times. Alright, so let's see, there's no map of this place, right? No map. So the NPC that I'm looking for is Rakano Marukano. So, Rakano, we're looking for. They're behind a big clerical chamber door. Okay. There's the clerical chamber. After becoming the hero of Sandoria, it's time to immediately turncoat and change my allegiances. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Rakano. Welcome to Windurst. Do you wish to change your allegiance from your current one to Windurst? Yeah, sure. You can apply to change your allegiance to Windurst. You will have to seal away some of your memories as an international security measure. Huh. Those memories will be unsealed should you change your allegiance back to your former country. I mean, I guess mechanically that's like, yeah, you're gonna have to beat the Shadow Lord again. Like, you're gonna have to do all that stuff again. But I like the idea that it's like, oh, now we'll just need you to, you know, just sign here and, you know, just sign your memories away here. And it's like, wait, what? Alright. So you will retain your current rank in Windurst, which is presently rank 1. So yeah, when you change allegiances, you don't lose anything. It's just kind of frozen until you switch back to your other allegiance. Alright, in addition, you will retain your current conquest points, as well as any records of your expeditionary force quests, and you will be required to pay a processing fee of 40,000 gil along with your application for transfer. Do you still wish to change your allegiance? Sure, we're doing it. I am obligated to ask you again, are you sure you want to go through with this? Man. Yes. Very well. I will accept your application for Windurstian citizenship. I will now cast a spell to seal some of your memories away. Close your eyes. May your decision be a wise one. That's black magic. It's like, oh yeah, we're gonna have to put you to sleep for this, too. It's like, wait, where are my pants? Alright, you are now a citizen of Windurst. Oh yay, I drank the Kool-Aid. Okay. So now, if I check my profile... Yeah, Windurst, rank 1. Yay. Alright, so, okay, well, I guess I'm a Windurstian now. So, well, I guess I have to go to a gate guard, right? Like, I gotta go to a guard to get the missions and all that stuff. I like that a mandatory brain wipe is part of changing your nation. It's always, oh, that's fun. Alright, so I mean, I guess I wanna grab the first mission, right? But also, Windurst has a lot of outposts, so I guess I wanna get their outposts now. That would be a good idea, I think. I'm not sure where's a good place to set my home point to in Windurst. Like Sandoria, it's a pretty easy decision. I usually put my home point like right next to the teleport guy. I think I've seen the teleport guy over in the southwest zone, like in Port Windurst. I think that's where he is. I think. Yeah, I have the Tavnasian archipelago outpost for Sandoria. That took a long time. But I have access to that, I guess, still. So yeah, I could get that for Windurst now. Windurst has that a lot, actually. It's Tavnasia is it's either Beastman or Windurst. It's very rarely anything else. Like it took months for Sandoria to get it when I was ready to get the outpost. All right, so I think there's a teleporter guy down here. I'm not sure where he goes, but I guess let's mess around with teleporting and see if we can get to the port. Also, Sito, look, the less questions asked about how Windurst functions, the better. But yeah, I'd say like the major thing keeping me from changing my nation before was just the idea of losing all of the teleports, you know, like having to start from square one again. That was not a fun proposition. But I think for Windurst, since it's pretty popular on this server, I don't think I'll be in too much trouble with that. I think Bastok is gonna be the one that really hurts. Because Bastok almost always is in last place here, and like very often they just have like maybe one outpost, you know, like they never get anything, or very rarely. That one's gonna hurt, but I think we'll be okay with Windurst. And I think eventually, though, I would like to settle on Bastok as my kind of permanent nation when I'm done with Windurst. I like Bastok, I do. It's just I did Sandoria first because I hadn't done any of its missions before. Alright, so this one will take me to Port Windurst, which is where I want to go. Look, fight me. Bastok has the absolute best Happy Town music. Like in an old school RPG, everyone knows the Happy Town music, right? And I think Bastok is the best Happy Town music, like, you know, get you pumped to go on a grand adventure. I think it's the absolute best for that. I like the look of the city too. Like it could look nicer, but I like it. I like the look of it. It's got a good vibe going on. Like, especially the markets. The market district and the port district I love. The mines, that's the bad part of town. We don't talk about the mines. Yeah, the Galka, But like, look, other than that, everything is good. It's the happiest town. The Galka are just happily mining away. They love mining. I don't know, the tune for Bestock is just so nostalgic to me, because that's what I played back in the day, so it always has a place in my heart. Alright, so yeah, I think that's just a around town teleporter, but if I remember right, like, the actual teleport guy is over here, right? Like this guy. Let me just check. Yeah, regional teleport service. I don't have any right now, but yeah, like, okay, I gotta be straight here. Compared to all the other ones, like, that's a very convenient location, right? Like, I'd say, okay, like, you can make your home point over here, right? And, like, I mean, same thing in Sandoria. You can set your home point to basically right next to the teleport guy. But I want to say this is about equal to Sandoria in terms of, like, how far you need to walk, either from your home point or from the nearest Mog House, right? Like, nearest Mog House is right here. It's just a straight walk to the west, right? A home point over here, like, this is a very convenient location. And actually, this is kind of even more convenient than Sandoria, because you know what else is here? What else is here is the airship. Like, the airship is, like, right over here. So you've got the airship, you've got the teleport, you got the Mog House. I mean, if you like fishing, the Fisherman's Guild is right here. Like, you have literally everything you need just right in this one map. Like, this is more convenient than anywhere else. And fuck Bestock, right? They can fuck off and die with it. They put that teleporter in Narnia. Oh yeah, I guess, true, yeah, I guess that's fair. None of them are in the same zone as an auction house, but, I don't know, that's not too bad if you ask me. That ain't too bad. I mean, also, though, when it comes to getting around the town, I mean, like, look, Windurst has the teleport NPCs, but every city, you can do the quest that connects the Mog Houses, so you can easily exit from one Mog House to a different one in a different zone. It's not that bad, it's just, yeah, the Metalworks is the one place you can't exit from the Mog House to, so that one just feels, you know, punitive in its placement. Also, yeah, baby steps. In Bestock, I mean, really, the port should be connected to the like, you would think okay, real quick, if we're talking realism, right, or things that make sense, I mean, wouldn't it make sense that they mine the ore and then, you know, like, mine the ore and then ship it off at the port, right? So the port should be kind of close to the mine, but then, I don't know, it's whatever. It's whatever. Okay. So, I guess for now, I mean, okay, actually, let me think. So, my home point right now, it's probably in Juneau, right? Let me check. Yeah, my home point right now is in Juneau. I honestly think that when you're at a point, like, where you can easily teleport out of Juneau, like, that's where you want your home point to be. Except, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait 1 second. Right, you have to be rank 3 with your nation in order to make use of the goblin teleporters, right? So, okay, no, actually. No, I can't. Okay, right, yeah. So I should keep my home point here for now until I'm rank 3 in Windurst. I should keep my home point in Windurst, I guess. I mean, I still wait a second. I still have my airship pass, right? Like, that's a key item that I should just have. Like, yeah, I got it for hitting rank, what was it, rank 5? But, like, but the pass is independent from that. Yeah, I got my airship pass. So I should still be able to ride the airship from Windurst to Juneau, and then from there to everywhere else. I assume. Oh yeah, no. All the nations have they all have embassies in each other's towns. Like the Bastok, the consulate is here. The Sandorian one is, it's somewhere else. It's somewhere around here though. But everyone has embassies. Which, hey, you can. This is something I never knew for a long time, but I'm remembering. There is a Signet NPC for those nations in their embassy. So let's say you're a Sandorian, but for whatever reason you want to play around Bastok, right? Like in their kind of starter areas. You can get Signet at your consulate. So you don't have to go all the way back to Sandoria. That's one of those convenience things I just never really knew about. Alright. So, Conquest Man. Well, I guess, yeah, everything is reset for me now. I guess I have to go on supply quests. I gotta supply quest it. Okay, so, where to start? Well, I mean, I guess you start here, right? You start in Saruta Baruta, and then we work our way out because we have to get all the outposts again. I honestly think maybe since I'm returning to the game today, right? And I got to get used to things, rather than trying to jump in headfirst into proper gameplay. Maybe a good easing back in would be to re-get my outposts, right? That's something I'll need to have when I actually want to start playing properly too. Like, you don't want to have to walk everywhere. You don't want that. And yeah, there is something terrifying going on. A little bit of, yeah. It's fine. Alright, so let's get the Saruta Baruta. Yeah, let's get that one. Alright, I got the supplies. There's a home point here, right? There should be like a crystal around every... Like, isn't there normally a crystal around here? Did I go past one? I see no crystal. Well, let's see. Yeah, did I just miss it? Like, before I go out there, I'd like to get the... You know, I'd like to get a home point here. Yeah, see, I don't know where anything is in Windurst. I don't know. You know what I can do? When I go to the outpost to turn this in, which that won't take long, when I do that, I can just bum a teleport back to town. And then I can figure out where a home point crystal is after that. Yeah, it looks like they removed some crystals, which is weird. Like, when you see the crystal there, there should be one here, right? Like there should be a crystal here, but there isn't. For Sandoria, for instance, they have a home point crystal right near the teleport guy. Like, I mean, maybe it's somewhere else in the port. I don't know. I'd have to look around. I'm really not familiar with Windurst in general. Also, I guess, you know what, since we're no longer a proud Sandorian, I guess let me change to my more, I don't know, my more basic adventure look, right? The classic adventure look. Yeah, here we go. This is just my classic neutral adventurer look right here. Okay, so... Alright, the outpost is right up there. Right up there. And yeah, I know, like, we're just kind of... We're just random adventurer again. You know, gotta start from the... Look, I had, like, they did the Men in Black flashy thing at me, alright? I forgot my entire childhood. I don't know where I've been the last few years. So now I'm back to being a standard adventurer. And oh yeah, I mean, with retail they did add more. Like, they let you teleport between crystals, which to me that's just like, oh, you know, like Final Fantasy XIV, which I have, you know, I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of instant teleportation just whenever you want it, even if it's just to certain places. Like, I don't know, for some games it's okay. Like, hey, I've been playing Elder Scrolls Online a lot with the wife lately, and that game has way shrines all over the place, which you can just teleport to, but they cost a lot of gold if you don't do it from one way shrine to another. So that's a bit of a limitation. Also, it's a very fast-paced game, right? It's both very large and very fast-paced, so I can... Like, it's more of an action game than an RPG, though it is still a good RPG, but I can accept it there, right? But if I'm playing a slower game, that I would treat this more as a traditional RPG. I don't want lots of fast travel. I'm not against some fast travel. I want my outposts, obviously, but, like, I feel like it should be a little inconvenient. It should be limited. It shouldn't be completely just go wherever, whenever. It shouldn't quite be that. Well, Sito, speaking of Elder Scrolls games, I don't remember too much issue with the older ones. Like, hey, I love Daggerfall, right? And you just feel like some rando guy in Daggerfall. But in Morrowind, yeah, you can be like the lead of a faction basically by the end, right? Or high up in it anyway, really high up in it. But then, yeah, you know, you start with a different faction and, yeah, you got no reputation. And I'm okay with that, though. I'm fine with it. Gameplay. I think maybe my bigger issue would be with something like Skyrim, where by the end of a very short, you know, series of quests, you're just the leader of that faction now, and it doesn't really even feel like you earned it. And then there's just nothing to do. Ooh, nice. Stream streak. I still don't know what it's all about, but like, hey, you got it. Okay, so turning in my supplies. Yay! So, okay. Where is this gonna take me back to? Like, I have no idea where Windursti... Like, where do they teleport back to their nation? Like, where does that poop them out? Oh, it'll cost, Gil or Conquest... Oh, I have no Conquest points, right? I guess I have none anymore. I'm good for the Gil, though. I mean, you already bled 40k out of me to switch allegiances, so what's another 200? Yeah, I know. My inconsistency broke Sito's stream streak. Oh. Well, we'll work on it again. Okay, so, okay, where am I? Wait, is this the... Wait, hold up, is this... Okay. Okay. Well, I guess, yeah, I guess it's always back to the teleport guy, right? Which is in a very convenient location here in Windurst. Very convenient. Okay, let me look around a little bit, because there's gotta be a home point crystal. There has to be a crystal somewhere kinda close by, right? Gotta be. Alright, that's the Fisher Guild. I'm not seeing any crystals around. I gotta really look, because yeah, I don't know where they are here. So, okay, I was talking about how convenient everything is here in Windurst, but like, well, they don't have a crystal right next to their teleport guy like Sandoria does. Here we go. Okay, it's that's still pretty good. I'd say that's fine. It's not where I would expect, but it's fine. So this is my new home now. I live here. Okay. Yeah, I mean, look, it's right across the area from the teleporter. That's okay. That's okay. Oh, okay. And so yeah, the teleporter Taru here. So okay, so he'll take me over to like an auction house area. So when you factor that in, actually, no, this is the most convenient out of all the factions. Like, we don't even need to talk about Bastak, because that's a lost cause, but compared to Sandoria, Sandoria has a similar setup where you have teleport guy, home point crystal nearby, and then you go to the other end of the zone and you have the Mog House, right? Relatively convenient. But with Sandoria, they don't have teleporter NPCs. So you have to go either down to southern Sandoria and then to the auction house there, or you have to go up north to Port Sandoria and use that auction house. But here, like, no, they just have like they got a teleporter right over there. No, this is definitely the most convenient. I sense some favoritism. I mean, I kind of get it though, is the thing. I think historically, Windurst was always kind of underplayed, I think, in FF11. I mean, maybe I just didn't play on the right server back in the day, or on other private servers. But yeah, like, I remember Windurst was just always not very popular. People just didn't like it very much. So it does feel like they're course correcting a little too hard. God, I love how I've seen this happen every now and then, where like a character's hair will just freak out. It's shading. It's most definitely the shading, and I'm pretty sure if I turned off shadows, that would stop. That's just one of those things where, you know, shading engines in old games be like that sometimes. But I like having shadows all the same. I like having shadows, alright? So I'm willing to accept people's hair going crazy every now and then. Alright, So yeah, give me another supply quest. Now that I know where the home point is, I know where the teleport man is. Where to next? So I'm trying to think about convenience features here, like where would I really want to get to easily next? I mean, El Shimo's a big one. Oh, actually, wait, we can save some time too. I have White Mage at level 60. So if you know, things would be a little more dangerous in some places, but if I go White Mage / Black Mage, I'd be able to, I have all the teleports, so I'd be able to teleport around and then warp back. I wouldn't have to pay to be sent back. So actually, that would be a good idea if we want to quickly knock out our outposts. So with that in mind, okay, let's see, where's convenient to go to? Oh, they've got Faragandi, which, little problem with that one. Little problem with that one. So yeah, the outpost, I don't think, if I was White Mage, Black Mage, I'd use the teleport. The teleport always puts you somewhere safe. I think, anyway. But when you outpost teleport to Faragandi, there's like a goblin right there. There's both a goblin and an Ahriman type enemy. They're just there, patrolling around. Like, if you teleport in there kind of at the level you should be to fight those things with a group, you run a high risk of just getting murdered the moment you load in. Kind of the same thing with Valkurm Dunes, too. A lot of places are like that in the game. Like, they're not safe. I kind of wish they were safe. That would make sense to me. Alright, see you around, Sito. I'll try to do more early streams, alright? I'll try. Okay, so alright, let's see where we want to go next. Tavnasia, quickest way to get there would be Valkarm Dunes or Kufum Island, which they don't have those options, right? Yeah, they don't, okay, they don't have the dunes and they don't have Kufum Island, which is really, that's unfortunate, because if I'm going to be leveling up a new class, those are kind of the places you really want. Okay, well, I guess we could get the Ronfar. I can switch to White Mage and we can teleport on over there. That would be a nice easy get right there. So, alright, let's go on over to the residential section and change classes. And then I can just teleport to the Crystal and Lethene Plateau. That would be that would be the closest, yeah, closest easiest way to get there. Take the Chocobo, and should be an NPC to talk to, like the moment that I get into the Ronfar. Also, I can make use of Flee since we're just kind of here right now. There we go. So yeah, sorry if it's gonna be a little slow today. Getting reestablished, setting our goals again. Oh god, I've been away long enough, and well, also I'm just not familiar with Windurst. I'm gonna be looking at my map a lot. I'm one of those people that unless I really know what I'm doing, I compulsively check my map. Compulsively. Like, it's very comforting to whip out your map and just make sure that all is right in the world. It's like saving your game, but you know, this is an MMO, so I can't save my game. Alright, here we go. Residential. Also, I will have to take a look at the patch notes and stuff that I missed in the last couple months. They're not up to... Like Treasures of Odd-Urgen doesn't seem to be out yet, so they're not that far along, but I would assume they've done some things since, you know, last year, right? I'll have to catch up on any big changes. Oh hey, oh yeah, this is something I was a little worried about. I was a little worried that you know, that my Mog house, well, I had stuff in my Mog house, right? And I was a little bit worried that, like, what's gonna happen to that? What's gonna happen to my storage? Like, okay, good, my storage space is all there, my furniture is all there, everything just kind of moved along with me. That's good, that's good. No, I didn't miss anything. I mean, I assume they've at least made, like, some balance changes or something. I don't know. Something that might affect how I play, I would assume. Also, is it just me, or is the Windurst Mog house actually larger than the Sandoria and Bestock one? Like, this main area out here, I don't think that's any different. But, this space, like, you can see how my furniture just stops there? I mean, I'm sure you won't be able to build on this space, right? But like, there's just a whole back area here that I can freely walk around if my Christmas tree wasn't in the way. They got a fountain, like, that. It's bigger. It's bigger than the other Mog houses. Ah, okay. I mean, like, that's kind of... It's kind of my understanding with Final Fantasy XI and anyone trying to run a server for it. I mean, my understanding is that the code is basically spaghetti, so it makes doing anything hard, and Like, I always assume that's why most servers just don't really bother changing a whole lot, or they just make changes and then break everything, right? So sorting that out, yeah, I could see how that would be a good idea. You know, just having at least your stuff all organized. Which, that's one of those not exciting things, right? It's not exciting for us, the players, but in the long run, it'll make things smoother for everyone. So I can, you know, I can get it. Yeah, the retro achievements, which are currently disabled, but yeah, I get, yeah. I think, and let me say this is true real quick, for every, like, private server of any old MMO that people love and want to bring back. What I have found is with a lot of games and the people that run the private servers, they can get very obsessed with kind of, you know, horse before carriage, if you will. You know, they want to improve things, they have lots of cool ideas and all of that, but, you know, what they have to work with is a complete and total mess. And it's not exciting to untangle that mess, right? Like, it'll make everything smoother and easier to work with in the future to achieve those things you want to achieve, but it's not sexy. So a lot of people will just kind of make changes without really sorting with all that, and then it causes big problems, makes things unstable, or, you know, they just don't even want to touch it. But, like, there's a lot of that going around with private servers, you know, and I think some of that is on us, the players, because, you know, we want to play on a server that's a little different, that's unique, that does its own thing, that is fun too. But, you know, we have a lot of demands and expectations, and, you know, we want to see those big ass changes, but some people are willing to take that, you know, even if it comes with instability, but most people aren't, and so things just kind of collapse in on themselves. It's what I've seen with a couple of servers, not just FF11, but other games too. So I can appreciate that they're willing to take some time, you know? I can appreciate it. Alright, so, okay, I came in here. I came in here to change my class to White Mage / Black Mage so that this, the process of hunting down outposts will be a little smoother. So, White Mage 61, Black Mage 70. Which, yeah, I wanna get that Black Mage up to 75, I wanna get White Mage up to 75. In due time. Ooh. Wait. They added features on the web. Okay, real quick. I haven't looked on the website in a while. Because, again, I've just been doing other things. But let me just pop on over to the website. Like, okay. I mean, I see they got the bazaar thing, which I still love that. Like, I still just love that you can search all the bazaars, but, like, wait, is there an auction house search now? I mean, that would be pretty awesome. I don't see it on there, although maybe I have to actually log in. Huh. Okay. Oh wow. I'm just taking a quick look. I'm taking a quick look at the website, and, like, oh yeah, they have a thing where you can link to, you know, track achievements and stuff. Oh, that's neat. Tools, items. Search the item database. So, like, I don't know, meat myth kebab. Can I search? Maybe, like, or maybe it's not up right now. Oh, no. Okay, there it is. I put meat, well, I just put meat in, and then, okay, there's all the meats. Slice, okay, slice of hare meat. So if I click on that right now, yeah, it has has how many on stock, how many, oh, that is very convenient, how many sold in the last 15 days, 1,000. And then you have like you have an individual item price. So this is an individual item price, and then view stacks, and then you can see how much a stack goes for, and oh man, 5,800 gil. Man, hair meat is just as wild as ever. That is great. I mean, look, if you're logged into the game, I mean, you can look on the auction house yourself, but like being able to just check the auction house whether you're in or not, and very conveniently, like that is more convenient than actually using the auction house. That's a good feature. Like that is a huge quality of life thing. I do wish that there was some way to better, like, to integrate these things with the game, but like a website is convenient enough. It's good enough, honestly. Wait, hold up. I didn't even look at that. Sorry. I'm just sorry. These things are brought to my attention all of a sudden. But yeah, okay, yeah, I see it. Group Finder. Huh. You can see how many people are browsing it right now. So yeah, I guess you have to log in to use that, and okay, and you log in with your Discord, okay. Yeah, I could see people not really using that too much, because it's, well, you know, it's out of game, right? It's out of game, and yeah, that one I could get people not using too much. Maybe for missions or something, right? Like if you're trying to organize it, maybe, but probably not for casual grouping. But cool, it's a cool idea, right? So okay, they have been doing stuff. The auction house thing, that I got to admit, the auction house thing is that's really awesome. I already really appreciated that they let us browse bazaars. You know, that's good times. But yeah, now that you can just easily search the auction house, that is a big quality of life one. Alright, so real quick, I'm just switching back to my white mage set of binds here, which, oh god, what have I... Let me see, what all have I got on here? I'm so unfamiliar, right? I think for grouping I use this one, and then I would like tab up for buffs right here. Okay. And then I think I had something on the 10th slot too. Yeah, fishing, synthing, that kind of thing. Okay, I'll keep it over here or I think I have a solo one too, right? Yeah, this is my solo bar, but I think that has, or is it? No, that's my low level bar right there. Yeah, that's the low level one. And then this one, this is what I use when I'm solo. It's got the Beastmaster stuff, charm and all that. I'm not /Beastmaster right now, so I can't really make use of that either. So I'll just keep it on this bar for now, or better yet, this one, because it has sneak and invis. Okay. Am I wearing my proper gear right now? I think I am. Oh yeah, I can't remember if I got all my, did I get all of my artifact gear for White Mage? I know I got all of it for Black Mage, but I honestly can't remember if I got everything for White Mage. I got the Healer's Cap, the Healer's Cap is what's the 60 one? So let's see, got the Healer's Chest Piece, got the Healer's Mitts, that's the 60 piece, so I think I got everything, right? Yeah, it looks like I got all my pieces for White Mage. Okay. Alright, so, but I mean, I don't know, the gear is mostly correct. I do have some macros here. I have to refamiliarize myself with them, but yeah, I have some macros for a melee set, a mind set, an int set, and then just a resting set. The mind set is the one I'd want to would want to use that most of the time. Okay, so that's like the mindset, and then I have an int set, which I would usually white mage in a group as a white/black mage, so so that my black magic would actually land. Yeah, I have a set for that, right? Makes sense. So I don't know. I'll just keep it on the mindset for now. Alright, I think I'm going to be sticking with White Mage for a little bit, probably for the rest of today, since we're just kind of, we're acclimating to life in Windurst, getting all settled in. So, okay, I should have some the glams, or, you know, lock styles. I should have something that works with White Mage. I think this is my normal one I use. What's this one? Gotta wait a second. Oh, though this is just the full white mage. That's the full white mage right here. And then I have the festive one too. Of course, I have a festive one. What is this one? What's this third one I have up here? That's kind of the summer one. Look, fashion. The fashion quest is. It's real, and it's for every single game. But yeah, okay, so I guess I have two standard looks. Oh, we'll go with this one. This is just kind of my adventuring white mage look. I'm not a fan of the white mage hat. What can I say? Honestly, the robe is really the only piece that I properly like, looks-wise. Okay, so we're all set. I'm white mage, black mage. I am ready to do some teleporting. So I do have, yeah, I did the Mog House quest for Windurst, so I can exit anywhere in town that I want, but the port is the closest place, and we're not gonna use the, I mean, you know, we only have Saruta Baruta, so we're not gonna use that. I already got the supplies though, right? I can look in the log real quick, but I'm fairly certain I already got these supplies for the Ronfar. Yeah, I got my Ronfar supplies. So, since we got that, let's go ahead and teleport Hala. That's the... Dem is Bastok, Mia is Winder. Yeah, Hala is the one that's closest to to Sandoria. It's kind of funny how, I mean, just like when I first started playing on Horizon, and the knowledge just came back to me after all the years. You know, after months of not playing, yeah, a lot is unfamiliar to me, like macros and stuff. I gotta re-familiarize and get comfy there. You know, some mechanics are unfamiliar, but when it comes to where things are, and like quickest way to do things, that stuff weirdly sticks with me. You know, that stays in my brain meat. I mean, you know, you could have useful stuff in there like math, but no. Knowing where to go in Final Fantasy XI, far more important. Okay, 660 gil. I'm committed to burning a lot of gil today, because changing nations, that was already super expensive. The gil is just gonna fly away from me. I accept it. Okay, so gotta get up here to the Ronfar. It is a little sad that, you know, Windurst doesn't have Kufum Island or Zulkheim for, you know, for the dunes. A little unfortunate there. Because especially if I'm gonna low level it again, I'd really, oh god, tree, hit a tree. I would love to have those places, but I'm sure they'll get it soon enough, right? Yeah, I'm sure there's like, yeah, if I start at like just level 1 again, like, oh, there's plenty to keep me busy for a while. but I don't really know where best to go. I mean, obviously you start just right outside of town, but like I'm not too familiar with sort of a progression from 1 to 10 or 15 or so. Like with both Bastok and Sandoria, I know, yeah, you start outside town, but then when you get like around level 10, you, like in both Bastok and Sandoria, you can kind of hang around the starter zone until around level 15 or so. There's like some higher end enemies, but that are still convenient, and not too tough, like on the edges of the zone. I don't really know where that would be for Windurst. Like, I don't know, would that be around Gideus, or like I don't know. I've never actually paid that much attention to what's in the zone. Yeah, like, it will be fun to explore it again. Like, the funny thing is, I've been around Windurst a lot. I mean, a lot of quests make me go there, right? Like, for one reason or another, I've had to go around Windurst a couple of times, but it's always one of those things where I spent as little time as possible. I was there for a reason, and outside of what I came for, I just completely, like, filtered out everything else, right? I wasn't paying attention to anything along the way. And I've not once had the experience of leveling up around Windurst. So, it'll be a chance to really return to basics. But that's kind of what I'm here for. I know some people, they're all about that end game play or whatever, but you know, that's for any game, that's never really interested me a lot. I tend to fall off of most games when I get to some point where I'm like super high end and, you know, really tricked out. That tends to be when my interest starts to fall off, you know? I love the experience of being new, of being fresh, confused and lost. I love that. And funny enough, Final Fantasy XI, after all these years, it still manages to give me that feeling fairly often. One of the reasons I always come back to it. And there's just so much to do, too, that takes a long time. Oh yeah, there's the towers. I've only been, I've only been in like 1 or 2 of them for some, like, I had to farm something. I forget why, even. But, oh, I think it was a card, right? I needed a card for some quest in Juno, so I had to farm something in one of the towers. But I've never actually just killed things in any of those towers for EXP. I honestly never even knew there was, like, dungeons in there. I never knew there was anything in there. See, that's how little I know about Windurst. There's huge portions of it that like, dungeons that I never knew existed. Like, I never knew that there was a whole, like, sewer dungeon underneath Windurst, with fairly high level stuff in there. Like, I never knew about that. The towers, like, I just assumed they were towers with, like, a simple interior. I never thought there was anything there. There is so much that I just never noticed before. Oh, this reminds me though, since I'm going Windurst, so this means that item, right? There's an item that you can get that will allow you to go through the 3-mage gate, right? Like, I mean, obviously, I have the other key item that lets you go through the back entrance, you know, the deadly as fuck sewers under Windurst, which do lead out to that area. Also, God, what am I doing? Look at me, I'm autopiloting to Sandoria. Look, I'm such a tried and true Sandorian. I'm thinking like, oh, I want to go back to Sandy, check on my Mog house, you know, hit the auction. Like, no, that's not why we're here this time. Not this time. right? Not this time. It's such a reflex, you know, like, 'cause that's what I do every time that I would... Alright, so yeah, the outpost is just right down here, although I guess technically I could've... I think the guards up around Sandy would also give me the turn-in, probably, right? But, outpost is right here. But yeah, I am looking forward to getting the key item that'll just let me go through the 3-mage gate. I'm looking really forward to that. I never did, or started it for that matter. I don't think I started the anniversary quest. I started like when I left was during the Christmas stuff. You know, that's when I stopped playing for a while. So I never finished that, but I don't know that I even started the anniversary quests. I don't remember. I mean, I assume that's done though. It's all good. Alright, so I have to get off my chicken. Like, again, I've been playing some other games where you can, you know, like talking to an NPC will just auto-dismount you. And no, not here. So I have to properly dismount. Okay. Alright. I'm getting a little distracted, but it's kind of overwhelming just being back and getting my bearings again. I get distracted quite easily. Alright, so, okay, we got that one. Now we warp back home. Because I ain't paying, they probably want like 600 to 1,000 gil, right? I ain't paying more than I have to. So, warp is right here. Yeah. That'll get me where I want to be. I think having White Mage will make this whole thing a lot easier. Like, you know, if I'm actively playing White Mage, well, I can teleport myself, but, like, to a group or whatever, but, getting the outposts again from nothing, yeah, having White Mage and Black Mage leveled up will save me quite a bit of time and hassle. Oh, huh. Ooh, nice, nice. Okay. Oh man, the Mandy suit. Oh yeah, I think I had seen people wearing that. You know, it's ridiculous, but... But for me, mainly the 5 Mog Satchel slots, that would be a little bit of a game changer for me. I'm always hungry for more inventory. So yeah, I will look into the anniversary quest, and I guess I'll have to do it, but today, yeah, I'm just gonna... I think today a good focus would be just to get our outposts back, you know, or the ones that I can. I feel so naked without all my outposts. Man, how long have I just been living in Juno with everything unlocked and, you know, just freely teleporting wherever the hell I want to go? Like, for so long. It's kind of, man, it's rough going back to square one. It feels good in a way. It's a little bit of a fresh start. Kinda, but you know, I feel like I'm... I don't know, I feel like I've been driving everywhere and now I gotta walk, right? Gotta get used to it. Okay, I was wondering, so specifically, yeah, the Horizon Wiki to find up a walkthrough for it, and it's gonna be a while. I figured. But I'm down, I am down for quests. I think by now we've established that, like, even if the quest is complete nonsense and it frustrates the hell out of me, yeah, I might give up on it for a while, but I gotta do it. Oh boy, a 38-step scavenger hunt. Oh yay. Yeah, see, like, that, oh, that reminds me of a different quest that, like, there's just a, like, for one of the maps, it's, like, for the Crawler's Nest, and it involves a lot of back and forth. But yeah, I'm down for a frustrating nonsense quest. It just might take me a while to build up the courage to finish it, but I'm down. Alright, let's see. So, I want to go on another supply quest. So, this time around, I don't know, let's see, I want to go for the ones I can quickly knock out. And that might, you know, make it more convenient for me to get around, too. Oh, I mean, yeah, like that would be kind of fun, right? If they give you 38 satchel slots for a 38, yeah, but 5 more is good by me. I'm fine with that. Alright, well, I figure El Shimo, getting El Shimo low and uplands would be a really good one, and, oh, uplands would be easy, right? Uplands is super easy, because I'm a white mage, I can just teleport there, right? And then the outpost is, like, straight north of where you teleport in, I think, right? So yeah, that's a nice easy one, let's pound that out. So we'll do uplands first, and then lowlands after that, I guess. Okay, so I don't know. I'm level 61. There are like tonberries and things around around the outpost. There's tonberries and stuff. I think there's like there might be some corals or curls, I think we settled on that. I think there's some of those around where you teleport in as a white mage, but I don't think there'll be an aggro range. I don't think. But I wanna have a good amount of MP just in case things get a little rough. I'm a wimpy white mage / black mage. You know, I'm not rolling / beastmaster, so I'm not very tough. I mean, in general, we need more storage space. That's always been one of the main problems that I've had with Final Fantasy XI. As someone who I like to play all the classes. I like to mix up my playstyle, you know? I like to craft and all that. I like to collect useless junk. For me, having such a limited inventory, I understand it, I'm not complaining about it, but like, it's hard for me. You know, it's really hard for me. So, any more storage space, I welcome it with open arms no matter what. Alright, so I got some MP. Let's go ahead and teleport. I really should make some macros for these teleports and warps at some point, but lazy for it. Well, I mean, I know they have the Porter Moogles with slips, but it's like only specific sets, right? Like, it's specific sets of equipment. Or that's how the armor guys work, anyway. The Porter Moogles, I don't know. Did they do individual items? I don't know. I'm not sure I interacted with them yet. Yeah, like, I'm not sure how it works. I just know for, like, for the armor guys, yeah, they only accept sets of, like, full sets of equipment, which is a problem, because this is Final Fantasy XI. No one uses a full set of anything, right? Like, everyone's running around in a patchwork of random crap for the stats. That's just how you do, right? But yeah, the Porter Moogles, I don't know. I just assume they work similarly, but I'd have to look into them. Okay, so I need to teleport to Yotor. Yeah, I think leveling up White Mage and Black Mage, that was, you know, I like both classes. I find them super fun to play. But no, it was just a good life choice. That was a good life decision right there. Oh, okay, so you don't need full sets for the porter. Okay, okay. That would be much more helpful than the armor slip guys. They're not, they don't do anything for me. Ah, the jungle. Got my Donkey Kong music in the background. Alright. 740, we're gonna have to pay that twice because we're gonna be back here for other thing. And yeah, I know, I'm a white mage, I can just sneak and invis, but like, time, man. The sands of time are slipping away from me, my hair is getting grayer. I gotta save time wherever I can. Okay, so, oh boy, oh god, right, this twisted maze. I mean, it looks like the fastest way to get to where I want to go would be to go this way. That's what it looks like. If I want to get to the outpost, right? Let's see about that. Oh, so it's like 100k a slip. Now, okay, here's the thing though. So 100k a slip, is that like, do you have to pay 100k like each time you want to put the thing in or out? Or is it like a one-time fee of 100k and then like that's just unlocked for that item? Like, I guess that it would depend on how that works. Also, oh yeah, okay, hold up. Maybe if I go south here, that'll put me out where I need to be? Maybe. I'm remembering now. Oh, it's a one-time fee, like, yeah, 100k. So 100k in this game, for someone who isn't like, you know, a multi-gillionaire, which, okay, I only got 2 million, that ain't that much. But like, for the average player, 100k is quite an investment. If it was like something you had to pay constantly, like to take it in and out, I wouldn't do it. That would also be worthless to me. Because it'd be price prohibitive. But no, a one-time fee to unlock, you know, to unlock that slip slot, that I could make use of, that sounds good. And it also sounds like, if you're someone like me that hurts for storage space, you would be willing to make the investment of however many hundreds of K you need to store what you need, right? Like, that's fine. I'm okay with it. It's just, I never really understood if it was a technical limitation or if it was just I don't know, like a game design one. But neither Square Enix nor private server administrators, no one really seemed to like the idea of giving players more storage, you know? like everyone seemed to be really against the idea of just giving people more, you know, more slots, right? Let them store what they want to store. Also, I probably could have gone that way, but I know for a fact this way works, right? I know for a fact this route works. So I'm going with what I know. But yeah, I don't know, like for me, I don't really think it's I don't think there's a lot of inherent gameplay value in severely restricting players' inventories and storage in a game like this where theoretically you might want to play every single class, right? So you're gonna have a lot of junk on you. I don't really think it's good gameplay to just limit the inventory really hard and not give any way to increase that to whatever you need, right? So more options to make your inventory and all that bigger, or to put your items somewhere for later. That I'm all good with it, even if it costs a ton of gil. I'm fine with it. That's good. Alright, so it looks like everything is clean around here. What level are these tonberries? Oh, they will aggro me. They will. So I guess I have to be a little careful with the dismount. Okay, that tonberry's not getting any closer. Let's go ahead. Can I just... Okay, I thought maybe I could just cancel the buff. You gotta hit dismount. Gotta keep an eye out for tonberries. Okay. And then warp me back on home. Oh yeah, look, that tonberry, oh boy. Very shocked he didn't turn on me. He apparently, he was looking at just the right angle to not see me. I mean, he's a lot lower level, so I guess I could... The thing is, I'm not even sure I could kill an enemy in a... Like, as a white mage slash black mage, normally when I solo with that, I switch to slash beastmaster for the, you know, the DPS from the pet. Like, I'm not sure I'd have the damage to kill a tonberry with my staff, right? And with just my staff and my white mage spells. Alright, so now we do lower El Shimo. That one, I'd say more so than upper. Lower is just a really good outpost to have. Because even when my home point is in Juno, I hate riding the airship to Kazam. I'll do it, but like, unless the timing is just perfect and I don't have to wait too long, I would, like, even if it will take longer, right? Like, even if literally I'm only inconveniencing myself, I would rather take the outpost to El Shimo, and then just, you know, like, sneak walk up to Kazam, or go to Norg and then get a chocobo there, right? Like, I'd rather do that. And I know that doesn't even make any sense, right? Like, you're just inconveniencing yourself, but like, I hate waiting for the airship when I don't have to. Now, because I'm starting over with Windurst here, I mean, I still have the airships, I guess, right? Yeah, I still have those, but I don't know, like, I can't until I hit rank 3. I can't set my home point in Juno, so I'd have to start in Windurst and then go to Juno and then go to Kazan. So it would be better to, like, in this case, it would be better to teleport to El Shimo. Like, this is the time it would make sense. Oh wait, what am I thinking? Oh god, I'm getting turned around. I'm getting turned around. I don't want to teleport there. I want to first get my supplies and then teleport myself. Again, I'm so out of... this is what I mean. I'm so out of habit when it comes to playing the game. Or I have certain habits that I would do, but they're not the correct context, you know? So I gotta retrain everything. Gotta get back in there. Get the head in the game. Alright, so supply quests. Alright, so we got those. Araganu. I'm trying to think, like, what's that close to? I mean, there is a pretty good leveling spot for what? It's like level 25 to 30-ish, somewhere in there, right? There's a pretty good leveling spot people like close to the outpost there. If I'm leveling up something again, that would be nice to have. I mean, I'm gonna go for all of them, but I'm prioritizing here because I don't know how long I'm gonna play today. Faragandi, that one, I honestly never have to make that much use of it, but it is handy if I want to go up to the Northlands and you know, I want to do it as a Beastmaster or a Black Mage. You know, I don't want to do it as a White Mage slash Black Mage, right? So yeah, that would be one I definitely want to get. And yeah, Tavnasia. Oh god, yeah, that one. I mean, honestly, Because, you know, who knows? Like, I don't know how long I'm playing today. And I don't know that I will get around to, like, if I lose that outpost, oh no. So yeah, let's do Tavnasia while we can, right? Now that one, so normally how I would do that is I would, yeah, like I'd go to, yeah, I'd go to Valkurm, like I'd take the outpost to Valkurm Dunes and then go to the portal that's just conveniently there, but obviously we can't do that. So, okay. Closest teleport, Dem or Hala. I'm trying to think which one is actually closest. I think they're kind of equal. They're kind of equidistant, I think. Like, I think they're more or less equal distance and doesn't matter too much. So, alright, I mean, Hala would put me... So when I enter the dunes, that would put me on the northeast side. I think that's actually... I think that's more convenient to get there than going from Dem. I think the Highlands is actually... Like, the Highlands is actually a little larger, or maybe it's not larger, but it's laid out a little differently. Like, I think Dem is kind of on the opposite end of where you need to be to get to the dunes. And then once you're in the dunes, you have to go through, like, that little segregated section of it to get to where I want to go. So I think, yeah, Hala would be just that little bit more convenient. Oh man, these chocobo handlers are gonna get a lot of my gil today. Whee! Invisible... I love it, invisible chicken. For a second. Okay, so yeah, here... Yeah, I do think that is kind of closer to the zone than Dem is to the dunes, I think? It's been a while. It's been a little while. And hey there, Reese! Ahoy! Oh man, oh, people popping in. Sorry, I haven't been Final Fantasying in a while. We've had a couple streams since the last year, but not Final Fantasy stuff. I have said though that even if I take a break from this game, I have really intense fondness for Final Fantasy XI and the classic form of it. Like eventually I'll be back, right? You always come back, eventually. I can't, now, that said, I can't promise that we're going to be doing this nearly as regularly as we were. Some life stuff come up and all that, but I will try to play the game more, because I do enjoy it. But you never, yeah, you never leave, alright? You never fully leave FF11. Something pulls you back in, every time. It might take a while, but you always find your way back. Like, the funny thing is, I can't think of too many games that are like that with me. I mean, even things that there's other old school MMOs that I'm super fond of, you know? But they really don't have that pull you back in and fully immerse you in kind of thing that this does. I can't even say what exactly it is about Final Fantasy XI. And again, specifically the old school form of it. It's hard to put it into words, but it all just comes together perfectly. And even though something like Horizon, you know, they have a lot of changes and things, it still gives me that good classic vibe. And that vibe is really, it's magical. There's no other way to put it. It's magical. I can't explain it. Yeah, like, the funny thing is though, is that it's not like other old school MMOs don't also have a strong social vibe. Also, oh man, time for my retinas to burn. These white sands. But, I think something about FF11 specifically, it just has it's how everything, like, it's how grouping and the classes and the economy, and there's lots of things that just come together perfectly in a way that you want to interact with it, you know? Like, you want to be a part of it and interact with your, fellow community members. It's like, okay, let me give an example of another game that I've I played on the stream some, and that was Star Wars Galaxies, right? The whole idea of that game as an old school MMO is it's more Ultima-like, right? Everything's open and sandboxy, and the players make the cities and everything even, and you would think that would be a very social, community-focused game, right? But literally everything, every single thing about the mechanics of that game and how things work, it's actually the opposite. It discourages you from playing with others. It doesn't really encourage being a part of, the community in the game or working with other players. It's weird, right? Because you would think a game like that, you would think it'd be the most social game, but it's not. And yet this somehow is. Which you would think a Final Fantasy game would be a little more focused on just your exploits as an individual, right? But not really. But not in a bad way. It's one of those things. I guess to be more specific, here, it's like every little thing, you can go on your own, you can do your own thing, there's plenty of fun to be had on your own. But I would say that at every step of the way, there's always encouragement, something to push you towards working with others, and it's very beneficial to work with others. And when you get to, combat, right, like, most classes can stand on their own, but when you team up with others, how you gel with a team, it just comes together perfectly, and it feels good, right? And it's also profitable for everyone involved. That's pretty important. Which, look, we do talk about other MMOs a lot here. There's a general nerdery here. But I can give examples of something from, like, Star Wars Galaxies, where you'd think it should be social, but it's not. In that game, experience is handed out. It's pure meritocracy. So you deal damage, you earn that much EXP. So if you group up with a buddy and you're both fighting enemies together, every shot your friend takes is stealing EXP away from you, and vice versa. So while the game wants you to play with other people and be social and, make your own cities and whatnot, right? Like, it wants you to be social, but the mechanics discourage you from that. The mechanics say the opposite. A lot of games actually have that problem, where they want you to be social, but the actual game mechanics do everything they can to punish you for, teaming up with other players. I never got that vibe with Final Fantasy XI. It is always both more fun and more profitable to team up with other players, right? Like, even if you can do something on your own, it's always better with others, for the most part. And, like, that, I think that's part of the magic. It's actually pretty hard to achieve that with a game. Yeah, like, I played Star Wars Galaxies not that long ago. I was kind of actively playing on a server for a bit, and yeah, like, then you know what I mean, that the game is clearly intended to be a super social experience, and yet every single game mechanic is telling you, don't play with other people, it's better on your own. And that is so confusing in terms of design. So I think we might take it for granted just how well everything works with Final Fantasy XI. It's easy to take that for granted. Okay, so got my outpost. Nice. I can't believe that the moment I get back in and I switch over to Windurst, They just have Tavnasia, you know, that thing I waited for like 3 months for Sandoria to get, right? Oh wait, why am I teleport hollowing? I don't need to. No, that's not what I want. I want to go back to Windurst and get more outposts. That's what I want to do. But I do love the music in this area. I could just sit here. It's a great place to fish in, honestly. The most chill experience. Yeah, I know. Like literally, I waited like 3 months for Sandy to get it. That was the last outpost I needed for Sandoria. But yeah, Windurst has it pretty often. That's been my experience. It's either Beastmen or Windurst. I don't know if I've ever seen Bestock get it. Like even once. But yeah, I had all my teleports. I got rank 10 with Sandoria. I like Sandoria, but I wanna shoot for that Juno Akaton. So yeah, we're back to square one here. Though I do think I'd like to end out my characters, you know, like my final nation. I like Bestock. I've always liked it. That was my nation of choice as a kid. So I'll probably end out there. But hey, I never did Windurst, so why not? It makes me sad. It makes me sad that Bestock doesn't like they consistently do the worst for Conquest. That's unfortunate. Throw him a bone. Yeah, I don't know. Like, look, I you know, you can fight me on it, but part of my reasoning is, look, Bestock has Sid. All right, that's like 50 points right there. But also, they have the best Happy Town theme. Like this is okay. I like the Horizon Sandoria theme. I can't stand the original bagpipes. The remake sound is good. But Bestock, old or new tune, it has the best town music out of all of them. Like, no contest, if you ask me. Look, the Galka love working in the mines, okay? They love it. They love it so much, they even let their kids work down there, too. It's great. It's fun for the whole Galka family. Yeah, they need an escalator in those metalworks, though. Like, goddamn, those I gotta admit, I hate those elevators. Now, on one hand, it's cool that there is like a moving platform in a game like this, especially at the time. You didn't see that too often. The janky elevators in the Wood Elf City in EverQuest, that was about as good as you got. And that thing, man, that thing was likely to just kill you, you know? So I like, on a technical level, seeing it, but yeah, I hate using it. But I don't know. I've never even touched Windurst, so like I don't. We'll see. Taru kind of annoy the hell out of me, but we'll see how their quests pan out. The city itself is fine though. I will admit the city looks nice. It's a little too spread out for me, but it looks nice. You know, looks nice. Also, what am I? I'm making that mistake again. I don't want to talk to the teleport man. I want to talk to the gate guard so that I can get more supplies. Like I will admit, Windurst does have a good vibe, especially in the port area. Like it's pretty. I'll admit that. It's just I'm not a fan of the Taru and the town music. I like it. It's very whimsical. But if you ask me, the music is a little too whimsical. Like, Bestock, okay? Bestock, it has a town music theme that, to me, it says happy, this is a happy-ass town in a JRPG. And also, it's getting you pumped to go on an adventure, right? Like you've got your crappy sword and you're ready to go out and kill some bees and worms and bats, right? Like it's getting you pumped. And I don't know, like none of the other towns do it for me like that. I mean, I like Sandoria too. I had fun with my time in Sandoria. I like the look of that too. I will admit, like, okay, out of all the nations, looks-wise, Bastok is kind of the most plain. I do like the industrial theme that they have going on. I think maybe the problem is they don't lean into that hard enough. You know, like, it's not industrial enough. But I like it. I still like it. Alright, so let's see. What more can I get here? Okay, so we got Ranfar, Saruta. Okay, yeah, Faragandi, that would be the one that we really want to get, because, you know, just in case, for whatever reason, I don't manage to complete all my outposts now. In case something comes up and I don't get to play till the reset, right? Like, this is one I want to have. I really wish they had Zulkheim or Kufum, but, you know, you take what you can get. This is fine. Okay, so going up to the north, I mean, there's some tough shit up there. So let me rest my MP back a little bit. I don't think I'll be in trouble. I mean, there's lots of undead up there, but I think everything detects by sneak, right? Except, wait, no, the floating eyes, right? Floating eyes, they detect by sight. I'm pretty sure. It might be sight and sound, but I mean, I'm a white mage, I have sneak and invis, I should be alright. But, you know, just in case, I like to have a nice MP bar just in case. I live my life on the assumption that, like, look, bad things can and will happen at all times, so at least attempt to be prepared for it. Doesn't matter if it's just a nice short walk, like, you don't know what can happen. So I travel with my MP bar full. Life lessons. Don't leave your house without full MP. I take mine in the form of a nice cup of coffee. Alright, almost there. One more tick, I'd say. That's good. Alright. So, take me away to, yeah, teleport Vazel. And I still cannot say enough that, man, yeah, leveling White Mage before changing my nation, that was the best idea ever. I love when it gives me some enhancing magic for teleporting. My skills are a little undercooked, I'll admit that. Oh hey, it's dark weather. I actually use dark crystals for some crafts, so I always miss the opportunity to farm some crystals, you know? I always want to farm dark crystals, but every time I come here, it's either ice weather or it might start off as dark, but then I guarantee you, if I were to leave, switch classes, and come back, it would just be ice weather. It'd be gone. It'd be done already. And only because I left and came back. So, yeah. Farming those darks is, I never just get it easy. Yeah, you know, funny enough, yeah, so the way, it's weird, the way the conquest seems to always turn out, I've noticed that Windurst does not have the dunes or Kufum Island that often. But they have everything else constantly. I can only assume that there's a lot of, well, I mean, you know, the dunes and Kufum, that's where a lot of newer players or, you know, lower level leveling subjobs, it's where a lot of people are just going through constantly. Like, there's always just full mixed groups going through those areas, so I would assume that kind of throws off any dedicated effort that Windurstians are making. Which, now that is my understanding, is that there's like isn't there like a dedicated Windurst conquest Discord or something? Like there's like a dedicated group of people to conquering for Windurst. And I don't think there's anything like that for the other nations. Not that I've seen anyway. But look, if you get enough rando players, right, and enough random noobs can offset even a concentrated effort. Yeah, like, no, look, it's hard to beat a swarm of noobs, alright? Like, that's my assumption of why, you know, Kufum and Zolkheim are hard. I mean, I feel like really though, it's like, no, everybody else needs to step it up. You need a dedicated conquest team for all the nations. Can't let Windurst have all the fun. Also, I see my sneak is going. I sure do love the random buff times. That's something I gotta get used to again. Alright. I'd rather have the Zarkabard outpost, but like, you know, Faragandi, that's good enough. It's literally right over here. It's good enough. Oh no, it's that high Taru IQ. I mean, look, after doing the entire Sandorian nation thing, I mean, yeah, elves are a little, you know, they're a little low on the IQ there. They got that high mind, but man, I don't think anybody knows how to run Sandoria. Like, what is the king even doing? Alright, so this should be the right outpost, right? Yeah, there you go. Nice and easy. I like nice and easy. And it's ice weather here. I bet it's ice back in the other zone now too, right? Okay, so now back to... Yeah, that was nice and easy, so now back to Windurst. On to the next one. Again, it's the D&D argument of int versus whiz. Except for, you know, for that one, it's easy. Like, no, you get more skill points with it. Like, come on, gotta min-max your gotta min-max your pen and paper character. But no, I don't know. I just assume, hey, look, people like cat girls. They like Tarus. I think they've always kind of been the fan favorites. So, I mean, to me, that's why Windurst, like, I can get why it would be a popular nation choice. Although that's kind of the opposite of how it went back in the day. I think what I remember back in the day is most people played elves back in the day. Well, they played elves or cats. It was elves and cats. Mostly. That's what I remember. I think human is a lot more popular now, and that's just because I think there's a lot of people like me that just, you know, I'm here to fulfill childhood dreams. So I want to play everything, so having a middle-of-the-road character is kind of ideal for that. But back in the day, I think, yeah, I remember elves being really popular, and then cats. Again, it might have just been the server I played on, but that was kind of how it went. Yeah, it was Elvon, Mithra, and everyone was from Sandy. That's what I remember. I mean, look, hell, I played a Mithra back in the day. It's just what you did back then, alright? It was the times, alright? It was the 2000s, everyone was a cat girl, I'm telling you. Alright, so let's see. I guess, so okay, I don't have any conquest points to spend, right? Yeah, no, because I'm just a lowly rank 1 again. I mean, I will say this, I've definitely come around on Hume. I like Hume. I like that it's middle of the road, but also I think since aesthetics are the main reason, I think they have a very, like, I think pretty much every piece of equipment in the game looks alright on a human. You know? Like, it all looks okay. I do actually like the look of elves, too. But I think because of their very strange body proportions, you kind of... Like, you kind of have to be very picky with your equipment, like with your visual equipment choices, because you kind of have to hide the neck, you know? Like, you gotta downplay the weirdness in their proportions. If you can do that, it works out fine. But yeah, like, it's kind of the same for, it's kind of the same for, like, Galka and Taru and Mithra to a degree as well. Like, like, all of them, they look really good. Like, certain equipment looks really good on them, but then other pieces don't, they look weird, right? But humans, I think, yeah, I think the old Hume is, they look fine in everything. Nothing really particularly stands out, but nothing looks bad either. So both in terms of stats and, you know, the fashion quest, they're middle of the road, which is kind of great if you are very indecisive like I am. Oh god, you know, honestly, I will admit I don't like Taru here, but I honestly like how they look better than the Lalafell in Final Fantasy XIV, and I know people love those things in 14, but I find the Tarus here to be a little less uncanny, which is weird because they're much less human looking. That's probably for the better, honestly. And I like their massive heads. But anyway, yeah, I think, yeah, for me, human, I stick to Hume here on out. Oh, I was about to get supplies, but then I think you can hear it. A silver cat has entered. Oh, he's come right up to me, and he is demanding. He's just sitting there staring at me, meowing. He requires sustenance. So yeah. All right. So give me 1 second. He will not leave me alone. He will not let you enjoy a stream in peace. So 1 sec. Feeding the cat. Hold up. Let me get my. There we go. Don't panic. Be right back. And also I'm gonna get some more water too. So BRB. Alright, I'm back. Man, one cat got hungry and the other cat immediately also got hungry. So, had to feed them both and separately. Because they can get a little, you know, a little territorial with their food. Alright, back in. Also, a quick aside. I've had this discussion since, you know, me and the wife, you know, I play ESO with her, and we've had, like, moments where you have to, like, you're in a group with other people, and it's like, oh, cat emergency, got BRB. And people are more, the wife said that people are more understanding with a cat emergency than if you said, like, I don't know, BRB, baby's crying or whatever, right? Like, look, parents aren't allowed to have fun, but no, if it's like, oh, the cat is crying, like, no, it's okay, go take care of that cat. That's fine. Oh yeah, that's something I didn't even really think about, is naming of a character. Like, okay, look, there's a lot of names that could really work for a Lalafell in 14, you know, or a Taru here. Like, it would really work, and you know, you could see it, right? But then if you change, like, if you were any other race, that wouldn't really work, you know? It wouldn't really fit. But that and the fashion stuff, because I remember in FF14 that, like, stuff could look weird on certain races, especially the Lalafell. And if you ever change that, which in that game, you know, you can, you might find that your look just doesn't work anymore, or your name doesn't fit. It's just it. But hey, good old human, good old reliable. Can't go wrong. Alright, so let's see. What supplies have I yet to turn in? There is Oregano. But, I mean, look, an easy one is Elshimo Lowlands. It's easy and it's important. I have Uplands, but, I'd say, like, if my goal is to go to Norg, Lowlands teleport is ideal. That's the best way to get to Norg. And if I want to get to Kazam, it's also kind of, it's maybe not the best way if you're in Juno already, but, like, otherwise, I don't know, no waiting, right? It's convenient enough. So yeah, I'll take the lowland supplies. And then, again, might be dangerous, so I'll just, you know, just rest my MP up a little bit. The Lowlands outpost is great if you're doing things that take you in and around Norg constantly. That outpost is just, man, it saves so much time. That can be said about a lot of the outposts, though. So I guess when I get this one, and then I'm gonna go for Oregano as well, and I think that's all I can get right now. I mean, the main things that I would be missing is, I mean, for me, the important ones would be, like, Kufum Island, I don't know, yeah, Kufum Island, Zulkheim, because, you know, the dunes. I mean, I'm sure they'll get it soon enough, but that is a bit of a gap, right? I don't have, I guess I also don't have Bastock, you know, I don't have Gustaberg, so getting to Bastock could be a little time-consuming if I'm... I mean, I guess I do still have airship access. That's the thing, I still have airship access, even changing my nation. So I always have that to rely on, it's just slow as hell, you know? But, I'm trying to think, like, other important ones, like for grouping, right? That's the main thing, for grouping. I think for grouping, the ones that I'd really miss would be... Litalor. both for grouping and soloing. There's a lot of stuff around there for either, and getting there can be a little annoying if you don't have the outpost. So that's one I'm gonna miss. Kuzats, you know, Altepa, right? Like, yeah, as a white mage I can teleport there, but otherwise, oh, yeah, getting out to Altepa, that's gonna be a little time consuming. So there's some gaps in where I can go with outposts, but you know, it's okay, and this is a good mix, right? There's some important ones in this set, so I'm happy about that. Alright, so we got my lowland supplies. Let's warp on back to Yotor. Should be safe at the teleport in. Oh yeah, I don't even know where I'm at for fame. I think my fame is more or less maxed out for everything at this point. I haven't had any difficulties getting quests, but yeah, for some of them, oh, it takes a while. For me, the most annoying fame to get though was still Windurst, because the cornets are kind of the best one for that, and to do it in a cheap fashion, getting the cornets in Bastok and then going to Windurst, that's the best way to do it. That's annoying. That one's pretty annoying. I will admit I usually just buy the items to rank up fame. But, I mean, even if you're not, like, I still feel like Windurst is kind of the most annoying one out of all of them. And for Norg fame, I mean, I also farm Yagudo every now and then, like even just the ones in Gidia. So I just kind of had a lot of necklaces and stuff, you just get that. But those cornets, man, you don't just get cornets and then take them to Windurst. All right, 735 gil, sure thing. All right, so I probably just wasted some gil, but the less time I have to spend in this jungle labyrinth, the better. And don't get me wrong, I like the jungles, I really do. I think the music is quite awesome, and I like the look of it too. It's just I hate the maze structure of these, like, these tunnels that go between the open areas. The open areas are awesome. I love them. The caves are horrible. I don't understand. Why would you do this to me? I mean, I guess easy answer is that it's much like if you want to simulate a twisting, dense jungle, that's pretty hard to do on a PS2. So I guess the compromise is to kind of make these winding paths and tunnels under the big trees and stuff, and you can kind of simulate what you're going for with that, I guess. All right, so I think I'd go this way if I wanted to. Like, this way is to the east, right? That's not where I want to go. So I think this way would be a dead end, although there is a logging point there, which I have gotten into gathering. I've gotten into gathering in this game, and like even just in like Gelspa Outpost, logging is incredibly profitable. Like, I mean stupidly profitable. Like, just log for a little bit and you walk away with like 50 or 60k. It's kind of nice, but I'm not so far gone that I'll just hop off my chocobo and start logging if I see a point. I'm not that deep into it. Like, I know some people, they've always got their supplies on hand, and if they see like a mining node or something, they'll just stop what they're doing and go for it. And not me. If my goal isn't to harvest, I don't just drop what I'm doing and do that. Alright, so this should take me to the other jungle area. It should. And yeah, no, like the, I like the remaster sound for these. I like it. Like the sound, the look, everything. I love it. They done good work. Sounds like Donkey Kong music. I'm all for that. But no, like the jungles, I love them. Like I love everything about the look of them and all of that. The look and feel is great. Just fuck these tunnels. I hate them. I hate these tunnels. Like I've grouped up with people, right? And they're not newbies, right? I've grouped up with players who are not newbies to this game. And, you know, it's like, let's party up in the jungle, right? And they get lost for like 20 minutes plus just trying to get to the party. It's a bit of an issue. Also, yeah, no, logging, like, look, I avoided gathering for a long time. I mean, I like fishing in this game a lot. Like, fishing is just enjoyable in this game to me. And it's profitable, but it's not fast. Like, it's not a quick profit, you know? And I like the crafting, but the same thing, you know, it's not fast money or anything. No, like logging and mining, you know, gathering, it's incredibly profitable. Like, stupidly profitable. It's just a little tedious, I would say. Like, the way that it works is a little tedious. You'll in certain areas, you have to run around a lot, but, you know, what you find is very worth it. The only catch is you have to have the gear for it. Like, if you don't have the gear, then you'll break your pick or axe way more than you want. And those things aren't cheap, actually. Like, if you don't craft your own, they're not cheap. And even if you craft your own, they're also not really cheap. So, yeah, like, there is the risk that you'll fail and break your thing a lot, and you know, I've never come away with money lost, but I have come away from logging with less money than I would like because I failed a lot. And that's just random. That's just RNG. Like, it's never been unprofitable. I've never lost gil, but, you know, sometimes because of a string of bad luck, I might only come away with, like, 20k, right? But then I might have a really lucky, you know, a really lucky hour or so, and like, oh man, 60k, nice, right? Or even higher. It's very random. I'd say that's the problem, it's super random. And also that initial investment, like that's kind of what put me off in the first place, is I didn't like the idea that you'll just randomly break your tool, and so you kind of have to bring like minimal one stack, but really like you want more than a stack of picks or, you know, hatchets. You gotta carry some supplies, right? And you'll burn through them. And that's kind of what kept me from gathering for a long time, because I thought, oh man, that sounds risky. That sounds like it's just gonna lose me money, but it hasn't worked out that way. Not yet. And I've done a lot of logging. Alright, so here's the guy. I see there's an enemy right there. It's only 47, but you know, I'm a white mage. Well, let's dismount. I think standing behind these barriers will stop aggro, I think, but I'm not 100%. Can I talk to him from here? Yeah. Okay. Alright. Take me back! It's dangerous out here. Can't wait to teleport in and immediately get attacked by a goblin, though. Can't wait. I know it's kind of I think it's considered part of the experience, right? It's part of the process, but like, I do kind of wish that while they're tweaking things, maybe just, you know, move some of the spawns away from the outposts, because I really don't think there's any positive gameplay purpose in getting murdered before you even load into a zone, completely at random, you know? I don't think there's a lot of value in that. Yeah, again, it's a patrol. It's kind of like, you know, there's a couple of places that are like that, where there are enemies that are tough, that patrol that particular route, and the chance that you will get the chance that you'll pop in the moment it's there patrolling that area, it's relatively low, but it's not so low that it won't happen more than several times over your course of play. I've been jumped by that goblin many times. I've been murdered warping into to Valkurm Dunes, into Busadine, into into Yatunga. Like I've been murdered going into all these places before. Oh, also, the wife is home. I said I didn't know. She's pulling up now. I said I didn't know how long we were gonna play here, and I'm super hungry for lunch too. Like, she gets here, it's lunchtime. It's lunchtime for me as well. So I think we'll leave it here for now. I got most of the outposts I wanted. I hope you all had fun. We'll try to do this more often. We'll try. I make no promises, but till next time, alright? Sorry it's a little abrupt, but I'm hungry. So till next time, I'll see y'all around. Have a good one.